We're throwing quotes at each other and just seeing our interpretation, seeing what comes up, seeing how we feel about it and what we want to express from it.
Yeah.
So I have one for Mr. Paul here.
Oh, suck it now. All right.
And these are the words of the remarkable, powerful Maya Angelou.
Mm.
And she says, "You're only free when you realize you belong no place. You belong every place. No place at all."
Mm. Wow. So, wow, that resonates with me deeply. My interpretation, right, Joe, of that. So, my interpretation of this comes down to knowing self. And this resonates with me because for the majority of my life, man, and you and I have had conversations about this, I've been the person that's wanted to fit in, belong, and be accepted. Growing up how I grew up in affluent white town with a few black families, it was like, this is foreign to me. So how do I get to fit in so I can feel safer?
Mm-hmm.
And over the past several years, it's been a journey to really find out who I am. Now, as I find out who I am and really come to stripping the layers of being accepted and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
I'm realizing that when I strip the layers and I'm settled into who I am, I can see myself in others. And that gives me the ability to either relate to them or to see oh, wow, that's a part of me that I get to work with. So it's like, am I trying to shun that or to like be a part of this, or am I embracing this so I can have the empathy and humanity to be with another?
Damn. So,
you know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and I think about this, like, I'm a divorced guy, and I'm a non-custodial dad. So a lot of my life experiences, I experience shame and anger and these things, and I'll see a situation a certain way. And like, there may be a pull for me, Joe, to be like, okay, I want to be accepted. Like, I want it to be this way. I want this circumstance to be like so.
Mm-hmm.
And when I step back and I start to look at, okay, well, wait, who am I? How am I showing up in this situation? Right? And there's also part of me is like, I don't belong in this situation. So what do I have to do to belong? When I settle back in it, I'm like, I'm in this situation. What do I do to bring myself to this situation? Rather than trying to configure and fit into this square peg when I'm around, this square hole when I'm around peg. What do I get to do to bring all of myself to this circumstance, this situation? Well, people, what I'm finding within coaching, and really something specifically I'm finding was sitting with myself. I've been doing this challenge, Joe, of meditate. Like some people call meditation, I say sitting with myself, observing my thoughts for 60 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finding that I'm settling into like, okay, these are my thoughts. This is where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I'm communicating with someone, it's like, it's not about me belonging. It's about me relating and communicating so that I could be in all spaces. I could be with someone that's different than me. And I don't have to agree with everything they're saying. I can hear and respect them because we're one. It's like, look.
Right. Yeah, they need to work together.
Yeah. And
dude, what I love. So honestly, I'm going to say something, and I don't, might get burned for this one, but your response to this is actually more profound than the Angelou quote.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Because what I'm hearing is for you, and I believe this. I have a mentor and a coach who basically, I remember one time we were at an event. He wasn't even talking directly to me. And he goes, acceptance precedes belonging. And he was talking about acceptance of self before we can ever feel like we belong.
There it is.
And that's what you're talking about. You're saying, look, at the end of the day, most people are looking for a place where they belong. And what they would find, they think they'll find, is a place where they're accepted and they fit in.
Right.
And the reality is you flip it. You accept yourself so that you can feel a sense of belonging just as you are, no matter where you are. Because when you accept yourself, you'll easily accept others. You'll judge them less. You'll judge yourself less. And then you can be you in any situation and not need the others to accept you in, not need to feel like you fit in with them.
Precisely.
Your uniqueness might be the thing that makes you valuable in that moment.
Exactly.
Your acceptance and love of others and yourself, when others might still be judging and not accepting themselves, is ultimately the thing that opens you to be available, to be with them. So what I'm hearing for you is there's a prioritization of acceptance and compassion and authenticity over a desire to be accepted, to fit in, to be approved of by others. And when you can create that emotional, psychological, spiritual, social jujitsu, then you're cool no matter where you go.
Exactly.
You're not looking for belonging.
Exactly. It's interesting because as you were saying that, I think it was day 4 of this challenge. And one of the thoughts that came up for me that I wrote down on my journal afterwards was, and I remember in the meditation, the thought that was coming was, oh, this sucks. Like sitting, how much time do I have? Like, when is this going to end? Like, oh, I hate this. I hate it. And then a thought came to me, said, if I'm unwilling to sit with myself and be with myself for this time, then how can I possibly be with another? And it was wild because, and I don't know how much time lapsed, but it seemed like I went somewhere else and then the alarm went off.
Yep.
It was like,
I know that one.
Dude. And that's the piece. And, with everything that's coming up with social media and like these and, I beat up social media sometimes because and I think a lot of people do, thinking that that's the culprit. When in reality, there's always going to be distractions, right? The thing that is really helpful for people to learn to do is to find their path to self-acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? Because once someone can get on that path, then they're everywhere. Because anywhere they step in the scene, they're bringing themselves fully. They're like, I'm here. And who are you? Mm-hmm. And it gives others the pass to do the same. Bring all of yourself, man. You don't have to hide or try to fit in. Just, man, listen. You were made for that, man. You're made to stand out so we all grow. Mm-hmm. It's like a petal on a flower trying to say, no, I'm going to stay in here.
Right.
I want to fit in with the branches. No. Great question, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Glad we got to kick that around, man. That's what's up.
So you heard it here first. Belonging at the most depthful places in life means not needing to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Truth, man. True.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for your wisdom, your insight, and your sharing of yourself. I appreciate you. And for anyone who's watching or listening to this, we appreciate you. And throw some questions, some comments. It's time for you to grow yourself, to get more acceptance of yourself, more belonging, so that you can create things in the world, better relationships, better careers, better health. We want to talk to you. We're both here to help. Peace.
Blessings. Peace, Joe.